real estate agents. My name is Tiffany Fortenberry and I'm one of the owners at Prestige Title of Brevard. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Rockstar Real Estate Series for the second year in a row. As a family-owned and operated business, we are dedicated to providing service you can trust through every aspect of your transaction. We thank you for your business over the last 16 years and we look forward to continuing to serve our Brevard County Realtors.
Anyway, so we came up with this concept about a year and a half ago. Pat and I pretty much stopped selling houses about a year and a half ago, and people Pat's like, what do you want to do now? I said, well, let's just help as many agents as we can grow their business. And we mean that from the heart. I've been blessed to coach hundreds, if not thousands of agents all over North America, and we have some amazing partners, as in Cam, that we get to share that stuff with. So today we're going to bring on Cam. Cam and I have been partners for about 2 years, 3 years? I don't know, I lose track. He's a little height deprived, which kind of ticks me off, but I have to make fun of tall people, that's all I got. But anyway, so Cam, his team sold 420 homes last year. He's got a great organization, a great team over in Fort Myers. And by the way, we don't pay our speakers, just so you know. They come here on their own dime, because if they paid them, we wouldn't actually do these. Well, I do have to buy them dinner, I think, right? Maybe. McDonald's is right over there, so we're all set. But anyway, so without further ado, Cam's going to talk about himself before so I said I don't need to learn anything because he's going to do all this stuff. So thanks, Cam, for coming, and Cam, all yours, buddy.
Thanks, man. Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone can hear me? Yeah. Good, cool. So my name's Cameron Smith. Welcome you guys to the event. I really want to first, before we get started, thank Mitch and Pat and all of our sponsors. Without them, I couldn't be here sharing this with you guys. So thank you guys. If we can give them another round of applause, I really wish we could. So as I already said earlier, this is going to be a very hands-on event. We're going to be doing stuff, you're going to be following along, you're going to be doing exactly what I'm doing, and I want to make sure that you're prepared for that. So if you haven't already, take out your phone and scan the QR code. There's a few things that you're going to absolutely have to have today to follow along. The first one is going to be InShot. InShot is our full video editing suite on your phone. It saves you so much time because you don't have to transfer files back and forth between your computer, edit on your computer and send it back to your phone. Being able to do everything on your phone allows you to do what I do a lot, and that's going out to showing clients, but before they get there, I actually take out my phone, do a quick video of the home, edit it, post it before my client even gets there. So it really knocks out 2 birds with 1 stone. So InShot is a great app and you have to have it to follow along today. The others are going to be our social media accounts. If you guys don't already have social media accounts for your business, they're going to be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Those are going to be the ones that we're using today. Also, something to keep in mind is that if you don't already have social media business accounts set up, or you don't already use social media for your business and you're creating a new account today, the name that you use goes into what's called search engine optimization. So your name that you use in social media could be living in Southwest Florida, for example, that's ours. That gets put into the algorithm on all these different social media sites. So if you are creating a new account, keep that in mind. Also, when you do create your first account, make sure they are a personal account, not a business account. So you have 2 options on all these different platforms. You have business and personal. You want to make sure they're personal accounts because that allows us to use the trending music, the trending hashtags, and those type of things that you simply don't have access to in a business account. Now with that said, once you start growing a following and you start getting thousands and thousands of followers, you can transition your personal account into what's called a influencer account. That gives you access to all the same trending music, all the cool stuff that you need to go viral, but still leverage it for your business as well. But you can't have access to that until you get your accounts going, and to do that you have to use a personal account just to speed up the process. Now another thing that you need to download for our event today is going to be the sample template video. Now that might be challenging for a couple of you guys. If you do have problems, raise your hand and we're going to have Victoria here come around and help you and just get that downloaded. That way you can follow along with me later on and you can really optimize today's event. And that way you can learn exactly what I'm doing to generate the millions and millions of views. So a little bit about me, for everyone that doesn't already know me. I grew up in real estate. I am a 3rd generation real estate agent. blessed enough to be truly trained and coached by some of the best real estate coaches in the entire real estate industry from when I was 12 years old to today. With that said, in 2018, I was lucky enough to take over my family team, the Smith Group, and our systems and technologies, while they were cutting edge since 2003, when we were the first team to start using pay-per-click, they were starting to wean out, and they weren't quite working as well as the new systems and technologies can do. And to be honest with you, that year we spent over $90,000 in lead generation, and we didn't get one sale from it. That was really rough for our entire team, right? It's a family team, so not only was our team, but it was our family that was struggling, and it depleted most of our marketing budget. So we were kind of at a point where we were trying to figure out, what are we gonna do next? We can't just simply go out and pay for more leads. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way, where, you know, pay-per-click, Facebook ads, all of this stuff is getting really, really expensive, to the point where, you know, local service ads in our area are $500 to $600 a call. That's not doable for a lot of people. So obviously, we started doing, in 2019, I dug in and I started digging into social media and trying to figure it out. To be honest with you, I was a little bit pessimistic and I thought it wasn't gonna work. This is all crazy stuff and it wasn't gonna work. Well, I dedicated 30 full days to social media. I posted, I learned, I educated myself the best I could. And at the end of the 30 days, I already sold a few homes. I had more clients coming in than I knew what to do with. Our accounts were going viral, and I just couldn't believe the results we were getting so quickly. And like I said, I was a pessimist. I thought that social media was kind of something that, you know, kids did and wasn't really generating business. Well, I proved myself wrong. Real quick though, before we get started, and I meant to do this just a second ago, but how many people here use social media in their personal lives? Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, some type of social media in their personal lives. Okay, so most of you guys, yeah? How many of you use social media in your business, where you're posting specifically for business? Okay, so quite a bit of you, good, good. How many of you, out of the folks that are using it just for business, how many of you are consistently getting sales, or are you consistently generating leads and growing your organization? Okay, a couple of you. Well, that's good. I'm glad a couple of you guys are. But I'm going to tell you how to do that even more. And for the folks that aren't, I'm going to share with you guys the secrets that allow us to actually generate leads. We call it converting clicks to clients to closings. So I'm excited to do that. Some of our results, since we have started the social media campaigns a few years ago, we have over 20 million active views. We have almost 1 million likes, you guys. That's really exciting. That's actually a little bit behind. We're almost at 950 now. We're trying to get to 1 million. That's going to be very exciting for us. Obviously, with that, we've generated over 15,000 clients through the different means. Now, that is not all just through social media, guys. I don't want to say that, but that is through our entire system that we're using, and it's done really well. So what we're going to go over today, and what I want to teach you guys, is a few things. We're going to go from the basics to more advanced stuff. I'm going to teach you how to use hashtags and how to post on all the different social media platforms very quickly and very efficiently, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be spending all of our time posting content on social media. We have to do real estate still. We're also going to teach you guys step by step. You're going to follow along with me, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can create engaging social media that people want to watch, they want to share, they want to help you go viral, because it's really creative content. It's good stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that too. Now, I am confident that if you guys do this consistently, this method is so untapped that you can double or triple your business. We did, so I know you can. The reason being is that with the ability to generate as many free leads as you can, meaning as much as you can generate without having to pay $600, $700, $800 a lead, you are able to open up your funnel much wider, allowing you to grow your business much faster. I call it the recession-proof realtor method, because what happens in an economy like we're in today that's kind of, we're teetering on a recession possibly, it's not looking always so good, people are going to spend way less time going out, they're going to be spending a lot less time spending money with friends, families, dinners, that kind of stuff. They stay in, and what do they replace that time with? Scrolling. Social media, scrolling, you got it. So the economy, as it continues on, and if it does get a little bit worse, you're going to have even more people viewing your content, and that's why I call this the recession-proof realtor method. Now, by doing this consistently, by doing it, just like real estate and just like your business every single day, you can become the go-to real estate expert in your area on social media. You generate a celebrity-like effect with this. We have people every single day call me wanting to work with me that I've never talked to. I don't know their situation, but they know exactly who I am, and they know for a fact they want to work with me and list their home with me or buy from me simply because they see me every single day on social media. That is the celebrity-like effect that you can generate by posting consistently with creative, engaging content. And then the last thing is taking advantage of all the significant opportunities in social media for real estate. As you guys know, there's a lot of realtors out there that are posting, not very many that are having very big success. So with that said, there's huge opportunities, not just in lead gen, but you can also have huge opportunities in building your organization, as well as stuff like this and speaking events, that type of things that you can generate by becoming the celebrity and becoming the go-to agent on social media. And you really can exploit all the opportunities that we have that most realtors simply are not doing because they don't know how. They do not have courses like what you guys are going through today yet. They will here in the next 6, 12, 24 months. Once they do, the opportunity will slowly dwindle, just like pay-per-click, just like Facebook ads, just like all the other things. But if we can get ahead of the curve, you're going to be better off. Wayne Gretzky once said, "I don't skate to where the puck has been. I'm always skating to where the puck will be." And there is not a more relatable quote for real estate marketing than that. What we're trying to do here on social media viral marketing is get ahead of the curve. We're trying to get in front of people before they see any other realtors. And we can do that by using the goals that we have up here. And these are 4 goals that we use on every single one of our posts. They're very important. The first one is lead generation. A lot of you guys probably post content on social media, like I said, without goals or without a purpose, and you're not getting the lead generation. That is the most important thing, and it's our foundation to everything we do, is we're trying to generate leads that can turn into clients, that can turn into closings. So how do we do that? We use our 4 pillars here. The 4 pillars are our Popl business card, which if you scanned any of the QR codes today, you use Popl. Now the cool thing about Popl is that it's not just a virtual business card. It's also a lead capture funnel. So when people click on your Popl link, they're going to be popped up and they're going to ask for their name, their phone number, their email, all of that information. When they submit it to you, it goes directly into your CRM and it allows you to follow up with them. The Popl is really great for a few other reasons we'll get into here in a second. The other thing is creative content. We have to create content that people, that like your friends, your family, your kids, everyone wants to watch and share. So we'll get into that later on. The next thing is engagement. We have to get people engaging. We have to get them talking. We have to get their emotions out about your content. And you can do that fairly quickly, and we'll talk about that later on as well. And lastly is getting discovered. Once you have the created content and the engagement, the last is getting discovered, and we're going to be doing that with hashtags, and we're going to break that down later on as well. So first, like I said, is the Popl virtual business card. It is so vital, you guys. All of your social media profiles in the bio need to have your virtual business card link so that people that click on your content and they view your content and they want to learn more, they have access to your Popl, to your business card. And like I said, when they click on it, that lead capture form pops up, and that is our top funnel. The great part about Popl is it's not just a lead capture system, or it's not just a funnel. It's also your complete business hub. So if you did click on it, like I said on the link, you've seen all those different things for today's event. Well, guess what you guys are going to do for your businesses and for everything that you offer your clients? You're going to list them one by one by one. So every single person that sees a piece of your social media that wants to learn more about you, they click on your virtual business card link, and you have every single one of your unique selling propositions listed right in front of them, so they can easily learn all about you, and then you become the go-to expert. They call you like they already know you, and you get a client. So Popl is very important. You can see the kind of the graph there. It's viewing the content online. They connect with you. They jump into your CRM. You follow up with them. It leads to a client that leads to a close. So Popl is just really important to have. There are different types of virtual business cards out there. We use Popl, 1, because it's free if you would like. They have a Popl Pro as well. But 2, because of the lead capture funnel, it's just really important to have, you guys. It works efficiently. It connects directly with our CRMs. If you are using KV Core, you can also use Zapier and other things to connect with ours. So Popl, very important, and that is going to be something that if you don't already have a Popl or you don't already have a virtual business card, you need to get set up so that you can have that link that people can click on to start your funnel. So let's talk about a little bit of creative content. This is probably the most important part of talking about what we're doing to go viral. It's creating content that people want to watch, right? People want to share it, they want to engage with it, they want to watch it. And how do you do that? First, you need to understand your audience. We are trying to find folks that are buying and selling real estate. We're not looking for people that are maybe looking at trends or that kind of stuff. You have to be targeting the people that are going to be looking to buy and sell real estate. And you do that by understanding your audience. Secondly is quality content. And I actually brought up one of these gimbals here so that I could show you guys. This gimbal is a DJI gimbal. Now, just so you know, and so you don't have to write down, I know a lot of you guys are writing notes, which is great. In the masterclass that you guys get for free, it has all of this stuff broken down. So I want to make sure that you take that. It's part of the link as well, so make sure that's part of it. Still take your notes. I don't want you not to take notes. But this is a gimbal stabilizer. What it allows you to do is put your cell phone into the stabilizer here and walk around, and it stays perfectly smooth. So when you then come in and put it into editing and you watch it later on, it looks like you're floating or gliding through the scene, versus if you just take your phone out and walk around, you kind of look like Humpty Dumpty. Well, this changes the quality of your content. It makes the raw footage stand out, and it makes it look like it's been professionally done. And like I said, you guys, it's little, it's tiny, and it actually even folds up so you can fit in your pocket. So if you really wanted, this can be set in your purse, it can set in your briefcase, so whatever you need, and it's really small and easy. So have to have one of these. This is vital. Right behind a cell phone, this is the second most important tool. Next is being authentic. So social media is social. If you try to fake it, they're going to see right through it. And another thing is that if you try to fake it, you got to remember that we have to build content every single day. And if you start off by faking it on day 1, by day 30, you're not going to want to do it anymore. Be authentic, and you will find people just like yourself that want to work with you, that want you to be their realtor. You don't have to try to pretend to be something else, you guys. Millions, I think you've seen on the first slide, over 1 billion users on TikTok, 2.8 billion users on Instagram. I promise you there is so many people that are just like yourselves that want to work with you, and if you're authentic, you'll attract those type of people. Next is providing value. All of your content that we post has to have value. It has to have something. Believe it or not, you can have a 15-second or 20-second home tour that provides a ton of value for people. Because what do they want to see? They want to see the beaches. They want the idea of Florida, the palm trees, moving to where they want to be. And a quick, valuable video that's everything that they want to see, everything they want to hear. You're using the right words. It resonates with them, and it provides huge amounts of value for them, even in 10 or 15 seconds. So every one of your pieces of content need to have value. You need to lead with value, and that is going to make it so that you are able to have content that is shared with everybody, that people find valuable, that they want to watch more of, that they follow you, they engage with you, and then they become your clients. And lastly, if you're trying stuff and it's not working, which I'm sure people have done, everyone does that on social media, you post something that gets 10 views, and you're like, oh, that didn't work. Try different things, try different formats, continue to try different things, reinvent yourself, maybe step out of your comfort zone, try a selfie video, try a voiceover video, do different stuff and see what works for you. What I always like doing is I always index all of my videos with, in the description, I put a little emoji for a number, and when I'm trying different things, I will run 10 different versions of that same test, and at the 10th, I'll reevaluate and look at all my analytics, I'll look and see how they did. If they did great, we'll keep doing them. If not, we're going to try something different. And usually within 10 videos, you guys can really see results. It'll be instantaneous almost. So if you're trying things, like one of the things that we do is we use a drone. We started using the drone, our engagement went way up. Now, you don't have to use a drone. We did over 1.5 years. We gained almost 50,000 followers without a drone. But those are just creative things that in the future you can add on and do to make yourself stand out and make it a little bit more unique. And you got to keep trying stuff. Social media is a consistently evolving algorithm. So you got to keep trying stuff, see what works. Being part of the Next Gen system, being that you guys are here, like I said, you get the free digital masterclass. You can join our chat rooms, and that allows you to ask questions. You can see what we're doing. You can ask me questions like, hey, this isn't working. What can I do that's different? That is why we've put together this chat room for questions and answers, because everyone has the same questions and answers. They all have the same problems. So engagement, feeding the algorithm. So this is really key. Obviously, once we create amazing content that looks good, that people want to engage with, we need to figure out how to feed the algorithm. And every one of our posts to do that need to have these three things. The first one is being a strong, direct call to action. You need to have something that is telling the people what you want them to do. One of the things I always do is tell them to leave a comment on the screen right off the bat. We need them leaving comments. We need them talking about it. Second one is evoking emotions. Believe it or not, you guys, watching a 15-second home tour or a selfie video, an education tour, whatever you choose to do, you can pull on people's emotions and let them feel the need to tell you what they think. Now, when they do that, we're going to do the third part, and that's creating dialogue. So once they decide they need to tell you what they think, their opinions, and how they feel, we're going to engage them even more by asking open-ended questions. We're going to answer their questions with questions. We're going to keep them in our feed, in our video. We're going to keep them coming back every time that we comment, and they're going to comment back. So what does that do? Again, it puts it back in the algorithm, it feeds the algorithm, and allows your videos to start getting sent out to more than just a few hundred people. You'll quickly see you'll get 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Before you know it, you'll hit one that hits 1 million like this. It'll do it overnight, because once you have these three things, it engages everybody, and it really does create a dialogue that can help your video feed the algorithm and work through the algorithm and beat the algorithm is what we're trying to do. You're trying to get ahead of the algorithm. So this is the fourth part here, and that's getting discovered. So, like I said, we've created quality content with our gimbals. It's smooth looking. We're going to edit it, which we'll talk about later on, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. We have content that we know is going to evoke emotions and make people want to talk about it. But lastly, we have to get it in front of people. You can have the best video or the best content in the world, and if nobody sees it, nobody's going to comment on it, nobody's going to share it. So by getting it discovered, this is how we do that. And the first one is hashtags. Hashtags are so important on social media. They're more than just something you put in your description. They are a way to index your video. They're a way for people now to search your video, all based on hashtags. And again, the algorithm is going to pick up those hashtags. And when people are looking for Florida real estate, when they're looking for Melbourne real estate, if you're using hashtags that are similar, that the algorithm is going to pick up on, that's going to put your video and your content in front of those people. So that is going to also help your video get discovered. Closed captions. Closed captions these days are just as important. The algorithm knows what you're saying in the video once you put closed captions on. So every single word that you talk about, for example, a lot of the times I like to say Florida homes, pool homes, waterfront, Gulf access, those type of things. Now we're on the Gulf Coast, so Gulf access is like your ocean access. Those things are put into the algorithm, and the apps know what you're saying. So when people search Gulf access homes on, say, Instagram, if all of my content has the words Gulf access in the closed captions, that is going to allow those videos to be pulled up and allow people to search for them. So closed captions are very, very important if you do have voiceover in your video. Location tagging is really exciting because it actually allows you to not only reach everybody nationwide, but keep your searches and keep your content consumers, the people that are going to watch your videos, localized. So for example, on all the different social media platforms, you can do geotagging. We're going to show you that later on as well in depth. But by putting your area, for example, Melbourne, Florida, or Naples, Florida, Cape Coral, Florida, that allows folks that are looking for things maybe outside of real estate, say they're just looking for the best beaches in Naples, Florida, but because all of my homes have the location tagging of Naples, Florida, it pops up with all these beautiful homes. And believe it or not, you guys, people always love looking at homes. So even if they're looking at the beaches, it's very easy to get sidetracked, start looking at my content, looking at my homes, when they were just looking for Naples beaches. But now they're actually looking for Naples real estate. Why is that important? So when we get people that maybe are not looking for real estate, because that isn't our target audience, we want people that are looking to buy or sell. But those people that are looking for beaches, they are dreaming about Florida, what are they going to do when they watch our creative, engaging content? They're going to have their emotions pulled on. They're going to have their feelings pulled on. They want to then tell us they love this home, or they hate this home, or they couldn't live with that, or even though they never even come here, they want us to tell us how they feel. And that is going to allow us to get our content in front of millions of people and finding those people that actually do want to work with us. So the people that don't want to work with us, that engage with our videos, are just as important as the people that actually reach out to us and end up buying homes, because it all helps us. And lastly is descriptions. Descriptions are so key, you guys. every single word that you put in your description is indexed, and it is used just like all the others for searchability. We call it SEO, or search engine optimization. So everything that you put in your description, pool home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, close to the beaches, whatever it may be, those words are all going to be searchable when people are then looking for your content later on. So using all 4 of these, you're able to really get your creative content discovered, and you're able to get out to more than a few hundred people or a few thousand people, which allows then the algorithm to work, it allows the engagement to start, it allows people to start voicing their opinions, and allowing you to then get out to tens of thousands, which turn into 100,000, which turn into 1 million literally in 24 hours. So like I said, we're going to have a very hands-on event today. I can see all everyone's faces, everyone's getting a little worried, that's okay. What we're going to do is I want everyone to have their phones out. We're going to do a 15 to 30 second reel on today's event. Now, I would like you to do a selfie video, because selfie videos are going to move you forward. I know it might not be comfortable for everyone, but you don't have to. You're welcome to take a video of the room, take a video of outside, whatever it may be. But I want us to do a 15, 30 second video. If you do a selfie video, use a script that's up there. It's just simply, hey, it's Cameron. I'm at the Next Gen Boot Camp with the Rockstar Real Estate Series, having a great time. I wish you guys were here. Then I want you to use these different hashtags here. The hashtags that we've chosen are going to be Next Gen Agent, Melbourne, Florida, and Real Estate Agent. You can use more if you want, but I really want us to use those 3 hashtags at minimum, and we'll use more. Also, on the location tagging for Melbourne, Florida, I want us to tag Melbourne, Florida. It's going to make it local. It's going to make it so that people that are around our area can see that you're a real estate agent. And then, like I said, real estate agent, so that Melbourne, Florida real estate agent, if you are. Now, if you're not a Melbourne, Florida real estate agent, if you're a real estate agent somewhere else, change that to somewhere else. Obviously, we're going to start tagging you. Now, this is a group activity. So what I mean by that is I want you to talk to your neighbor, and I want you to get their username. So we're going to do it on TikTok today. So if you don't have TikTok, you need to make a TikTok account with me right now. It's going to be a few minutes. Don't worry. It's going to take about 30 minutes, you guys. So we're going to use TikTok. And the reason we're going to use TikTok is I'll talk about later on. But I want you guys to do this as a group activity. I want you to talk to your neighbors and get your usernames that you're using. And when you make your post, you're going to use those usernames. This next slide, it's going to have a video, you guys, on exactly how to make that post, okay? And I'm going to have this running, and we're going to be doing this for the next 15 to 30 minutes.
That we're going to do on social media today. Open up the TikTok app and click the plus button in the bottom middle.
So after we're done with this group activity, you guys, we're actually going to have a 15-minute break where I want you guys to go talk with the sponsors, go outside, go to the bathroom if you need to. This is, like I said, going to take about 15 to 30 minutes. So take your time, get TikTok downloaded, get an account created, share with your neighbor your username, and then I'm going to have this streaming the entire time.
This screen here is where you can add the very first post that we're going to do on social media today. Let's open up the TikTok app and click the plus button in the bottom middle. That's going to give us the record screen here, and we want to click the record button right there in the middle. Yep. Click that, and that'll start the recording. Do a quick video, and like I said, use the script that was on the screen here. Once you're done with the video, click it again. That'll allow you to save your video and press the check mark to go to the next screen. This screen here is where you can add sounds, text, and other things. But for today's example, we're going to skip this, and we're just going to add our 3 neighbors next to us. We do that by clicking the @mentions button, and then we can type in their usernames, or we can find them on our list. We can select them here, and then we'll write up a quick description, and then we'll leave it with those 3 hashtags that are up on the screen. And those, of course, are Next Gen Agent, Melbourne, Florida, and Real Estate Agent. Now, you can add more hashtags if you'd like, but these are the 3 that I want everybody to use. So your post should have 3 tags of your neighbors that are sitting next to you, and also 3 hashtags, and it should look just like this. Now, before we post, we want to add our geolocation area, and we're in the Holiday Inn Vieira Conference Center here in Melbourne, so add that, and then press post on the bottom right, and you have posted your very first piece of content.
I'm excited for you guys. I know a lot of you, this is your first TikTok video. I know a lot of you are maybe a little apprehensive about TikTok, but that's okay. This is going to change your business if you're consistent with it. It is a super valuable lead generation prospecting tool. So I'm very excited for you all. What we're going to go into now is we're actually going to break down how to create engaging content, how to make stuff that people want to watch, and you're going to work along with me, and we're going to actually edit a video. So for those of you that have not downloaded the video editing suite InShot, we're back to the QR code. This is Popple, like we were talking about earlier. You're going to scan this and you're going to download the app InShot. InShot is our full video editing suite. Howard, give me a thumbs up when I see that you got it downloaded. Cool. So I'm going to let everybody download this. If you already have, I think most everybody has it downloaded. Again, InShot, it's the one on the very top. The other part that we need for this is the template video. I know some of us might have a little struggle downloading it. If you do, that's okay. You can just follow along with me. If you have downloaded the template video, we're going to put that into InShot, and I'm going to show you how to edit videos. Okay, so this is InShot, you guys. This is the InShot app. I want you to open up your phones with me. So open up InShot with me. And this should be what you are seeing. Is everyone here with me? Cool. Now you're going to click on the video tab there. And it should ask you to open up or allow you to view your photos. If it does, say please allow, because obviously you need to allow it to edit your videos. And you should see the template video that you downloaded through the links earlier. Does everybody see that? We should say allow. You have to allow InShot access to your photos because this is going to be your video editing suite, you guys. This is not connected to the internet. This isn't a social media platform. This is only strictly for video editing. Once we edit the video, then we take it to the different platforms. This is strictly, you guys, to create content that you want to watch, your friends, your family, your kids, their friends, their family, the adults, the grandparents. You're creating stuff that people want to watch, and we do it all through InShot. So everyone should have the video. If you have a question, raise your hand, or if you have a problem getting that video up, raise your hand, and Victoria is going to help you here. But the video here is a video we did of one of our new listings. This is a video we did of a home we just listed in Cape Coral, gorgeous golf access property. Does everyone have this video? Are they able to view this video in a way that they can edit? Can you get this video up on InShot by going to, and I'm going to go back real quick. So first you need to click on video. It should pull up, open. It should open up all of your photos. You then can click the video that we're going to edit. So with this, you guys, I've actually already edited this video, so we're going to watch the fully edited version first so you can see what it can transform into. We're then going to go back into the fully raw video, and I'm going to break down step by step how to edit these and how to make videos that you can do that are engaging and creative that people want to watch. I have made a staple on doing home tour videos. One, because I was a little self-conscious about putting my face in front of the camera when I first started doing this. I felt like I looked too young, people wouldn't want to look at me, I was getting in my own way. So I said, what else can I do? And that's so important when you're creating content, you guys, is you can do anything that is authentic to you. For me, it was home tours. So I love home tours. They're a great fallback. They're something that all of us can do because we have access to all of our listings. People allow us to do virtual tours if they allow us to do them. And obviously, you can create stuff like this. So again, we're going to watch the edited version first. Actually, first, better yet, guys, just give me a second here. I'm going to re-add this one. So this is the unedited version. I want to watch the unedited version first so you guys can see what it looks like walking through the home, just like if you were to walk through a home that you're doing an open house on. I was actually doing an open house here this day. So this is a great example on something you can do while you're also still doing real estate. It's on top of. So let's take a look at this video. We're going to watch it all the way through. It's going to not be very exciting. This is with the gimbal, guys. This is using my gimbal, walking around with it, trying to keep it smooth. And as you can see, it's It's not completely perfect, but it's a lot better than bouncing with your hand. So this is unedited. Nothing special, you guys. As you can see, I'm just walking through the home, showcasing the home slowly. It's not a race. We're not trying to race through the home, just slowly. It takes about 1 minute and 20 seconds to highlight the features that typically I like to highlight in a 15 to 30 second video, meaning the front, the entryway. Obviously, people want to know what the home looks like. They want to see the kitchen area because everybody loves the kitchen. They want to see the pool. Pools are the biggest draw. You have to remember, guys, my market typically is going to be the vacation homeowner. It's going to be the second, third, fourth homeowner. The things that they want are palm trees, sun, pools, and beaches. So all of my videos are focused on providing value to those. But as you can see, guys, it's not crazy. It's not hard to do. You just walk through the home, and that allows you to create something like this. And I'm going to show you in a little bit exactly how to create this. So if you're watching this, now this doesn't even have sound yet, but if you're watching the first one, which was 1.5 minutes versus this one, which is about 40 seconds, I will tell you that you're going to get many more views on this video. It's faster, it's more engaging, it keeps people watching to see what's coming around the corner versus a traditional home tour video where you're just walking through it as if you were showing a home to one of your buyers that needs to see every nook, every cranny. On TikTok or all social media, you guys, we are trying to do those 4 goals. Lead generation is number 1. So we need to create stuff that people want to watch, that is engaging, and we can do that by editing. So I'm actually going to go through with you guys, and we're going to break this down, and we're going to go step by step on how to edit that original video. And I'm going to show you how to create what we ended up with there in just a few minutes. And the great thing is you are able to do this, like I said, before you meet your clients. You can learn to edit these in 5, 7, 10 minutes once you kind of get the overall idea and the template down. And I'm just deleting these because they were already edited. So this is the last video. Now, one thing to note here, I might not be able to do it here with this mouse. So I'm actually going to go over to the iPad here. One thing to note, see my little red circle on the bottom, you guys? Does everybody see that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that is where my finger is, and that's where we are going to move this timeline. You see this timeline on the bottom? Yeah. Great. That is where we are currently looking in the video. This allows us to go forward and back at any speed we want, do a lot of great things. And then if we just want to see how the video plays by itself, you click that little play button in the middle. You see that there? I'll show you guys. Hold on. I got to get the mouse because the mouse has the circle. So the mouse, see this little circle here, this play button? This allows you to play your video back and forth, and then by grabbing the timeline and sliding it with your finger, you are able to position yourself in the video. Awesome. So the first thing I always do with home tours, and I apologize that I'm going to be standing backwards to a lot of you guys, but that's okay. The first thing I always do in home tours is you take your volume, and that's this button right here. You see this? It's volume. We're going to click that. And we're going to turn that all the way to 0. Now, if you're doing a voiceover video, you don't want to mute yourself. But typically, if you're not specifically talking about the home while you're filming, you want to mute yourself because there's been dozens of times that I have posted a video, watched back, and I said something that I do not want the public hearing. And it's behind music, but I know it's there, so I quickly delete it. So always mute your videos. That's the first thing we do. And that's simple. And you click that little check button there. Do you see ever that? Whenever you want to confirm this little button here on the right, this little check, you click that, and that allows you to confirm your selection. The next thing that I do on every single one of my videos, so important, and if you guys aren't doing this with me, I want you to do this with me, is you click on this filter button. You see this filter button right here? You click on that, and it's going to give you all the filters that are built inside InShot. Okay? We're not trying to do anything fancy here. All we're trying to do is brighten it up. So we're going to click on filters one more time, and then the very first filter is called bright. And that's the one we're going to use, bright. Now, at 100%, you see the slider here on the middle? Yeah. At 100%, that's way too much. It's going to look overblown. It's just not going to look quality at all. So we're going to knock that down. I always use between 30 and 40%. And all you do is pick that slider, you drag it between 30 and 40, depending on what looks best for your video. It doesn't just have to be a home tour, guys. This can be a selfie video. It can be anything. You're just trying to brighten it up. You're trying to make it look as quality as you can. That way, when some person that's been sitting on their phone for the last 45 minutes is flicking through and your face pops up about real estate and they're curious, you look as quality footage as you absolutely can. That keeps them engaged. It keeps them thinking. It wants to see what's coming around the next corner. So again, the second thing I always do on every single video is I move it down and I change it to 30 to 40% brightness. And again, we click on this little check here on the bottom right, and that's going to allow us to confirm the selection. You can see how it put a overlay here on our timeline. Does everybody see that? Yes, sir. Cool. And that is for the entire timeline that it's going to stay bright. You see how hold on, you guys. Sorry about that. Technology. So you're able to see that we now have a filter on the entire video. You guys ready for the secrets? Like the real secrets to editing, the stuff that has made me go viral that people love watching? All right, so this is it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the timeline to where we want to speed up. If you watched the video earlier, it had a lot of speed ups and slowdowns. It really keeps people engaged. It makes the videos exciting. Those are called speed ramps. How you do speed ramps is just like this. Let me show you guys. So we're going to go to the point in the video where we want the speed ramp to end. For home videos, it's always going to be at the front door. Doors are portals on the phone. So what I mean by that is when you walk through a door on a phone and all you're looking at is that phone, you walk through it, it expands and it opens up a whole world beyond that door. And all it is this little rectangle phone in your hand. So doors are always very important. Typically, we're going to end our speed ramps because you want to rush people into the video, you want to rush people into the door, and then you want to stop and look how beautiful it is. So to do that, we're going to pick this section right here. You guys hopefully are still with me. And we're going to slide this until the door. See that here? And this is creative, you guys. We're not in a rush. You're going to learn how to pick and choose and where exactly you like and what works best for you. But next we're going to click on the splice button. The splice button is right next to the delete button. What was the door one again? The door. Yeah, okay. It does not. So no, the door where you wanted to stop. So I'm glad you asked. Thanks for asking. So what I was saying by the door is that when you're walking up to doors, so you're walking up to the door here or wherever you want people to focus, we're going to end where we want them to focus. We're speeding up the unimportant parts. We're speeding up the parts where we're not really looking at anything, and then we're slowing down and we're focusing on, in this instance, this beautiful living room, this beautiful kitchen. So we're going to speed up the unimportant stuff, the boring stuff, the stuff that's going to allow people to click off, like walking up to a front of a house. Once you see the front, you know what it looks like. Now let's get us inside because we have created their enthusiasm. We've created that desire for them to see, what does this house look like? Tell me more, right? And we got to get them there as fast as possible so they don't click off. So what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to go to this door here, the front door, and we're going to click on the split button. The split button is located right next to the delete button, which is right next to the volume button. You can kind of tell that all the buttons that we use are really close together because you use them over and over and over again. So I want you to see it when we click on the split button here. You guys all see how they actually split this clip into 2 clips on the bottom of our timeline? Yes. Everyone sees that? So you have the right clip and you have the left clip. Everyone following me? Yes. Cool. So now, to do that thing that I was telling you earlier called the speed ramps, which are, I got to tell you, the coolest part of social media. It keeps people engaged. It also makes your videos stand out. You're going to click on the button just to the right of volume. Once you select that the first piece of the timeline, right? We split the timeline. Imagine it's a roll of film, okay? So you rolled out a roll of film, but you wanted to trim it in the middle because you want to change maybe the start. So you rolled out a big roll of film and zip. So now you have 2 pieces of film. We're only going to edit that first piece. And as you can see on the bottom there, the first piece is selected. Then, like I said, we're going to click on the speed button. The speed button, again, look right on the map here. It's right next to the volume button. Does everybody see that? Click on the speed button. And now you have this screen. And that says standard or curve. Everybody see that? Excellent. We're going to click on the curve feature to the right of standard. And these are going to give you what I call the speed balls. They're not actually speed, you guys. I'm sorry. But these are the speed balls. And you're able to click and drag these. You're able to click and drag these. And what that's going to do is exactly what you imagine. It's going to speed up that section of the video. And we're going to speed these up and see how I'm clicking and dragging them. making them into what I call, this is a camelback pattern, as it looks like a camelback. The reason we like camelbacks is because in the middle part, which is typically the part where we're trying to get through the fastest, we want to get to the end, which in this case is going through that front door. We want to do that as fast as possible, and by raising this speed bar or speed bubble all the way up here, we're at 10 times the speed that we recorded at. So we are going really, really fast right now. So again, to move on, to accept that change, we're going to click the plus button here. And now you see how much shorter that piece of film is? It used to be this long, we sped it up, and now it's this long. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. Well, that didn't look bad. It was better than it was, and it didn't take very long. It only took 1.5 seconds to get to what people want to see, right? So we're going to actually do this a few times, you guys. We're going to do this throughout see, it all's clicking for you. So now that we're coming into this home, and we've just saw that we made it, I'm going to give you a little tip or an insight. You see on the very start of this video when we just click play here, there's a whole bunch of time. It takes like 1 second to get moving. You see that? It's kind of like, it's slow, and it's like, let's cut off that start. So whenever someone scrolls onto our video, we are moving forward. To do that, we're going to move our timeline. See my little bubble there, guys? Just going to move it over a little bit. Sorry, we're just going to move it over a little bit until we start moving. So right there. We haven't moved till right there. Okay? We're going to use the split feature right here again. Split. Click. Now we've taken that film roll that we rolled out and we cut in half once. We just cut it again. So now we have 3 film rolls. We're going to select the very first one that we were trying to get rid of because we're not doing anything. We're just standing there. So on the very first piece of film here, we're just simply going to delete it. Click delete. Gone. Now, whenever someone, so how obviously a lot of you I'm sure use Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, one of them, and you see the feed that keeps going along, and it's a feed of different content. Now, when your video pops up and they see this beautiful house, they're already moving forward as soon as it pops up. They don't have to sit there for 1.5 seconds and wait. I know it sounds crazy, but we're only creating 15 to 30-second videos. So if you add an extra 2 seconds at the beginning of this video, you are actually significantly increasing it. And if you're not showing anything, you're just standing still before you start walking, we got to get rid of that. We need to make it faster, more creative, more engaging. People aren't going to watch just standing in front of a house. They want to see the house. They want to see the pool. They want to see the water. They want to see stuff that's valuable to them. So let's go back here. So now we have the walk-up or the entrance to this home. I'm happy with this. It looks good. Right here, if we are all staring at this, what are you guys all looking at? You're looking at the sliding doors, you're looking at the fan, you're looking at the fireplace mantle. It has your attention. You're looking at something. It has caught and it's engaged you. Now, if you let this roll just another 0.5 second, at say this point here, not looking at anything. There's absolutely nothing to look at this screen, correct? I mean, if you've seen that, you can't see the kitchen, you can't see the mantle. You're kind of in a transition period. So what are we going to do? We're going to speed it up. We're going to get them to where they want to see. So let's move to where we want to go, right? We always cut it at the destination, which is going to be obviously this beautiful kitchen. This is something to look at. You can see we were doing an open house. We had the cookies, we had the refreshments, we had all the stuff out for them. Typically, I would recommend taking that off the counter, but I was busy doing an open house, so it got filmed with stuff on the counter. No big deal. Now that we're where we want to end, right? We're here. We want to show off this kitchen. We got to get people to this kitchen as fast as possible. We're going to do the exact same thing with the split button. So we're going to click split. Now again, we have 3 pieces of film. Does everybody see that? 3 film pieces. We're going to click on this middle one here. That is, if we watch it, that's this section here. So we're going to edit this little section here. Again, click on speed. Okay. Click on curve, and this gives us our speed balls. I know, I love them too. So we're going to get to the point where we want to start speeding up, and you can do that by, again, touching the timeline on the bottom, just like before, and that allows you to move your the viewpoint around. And we're going to take this first bubble, we're going to raise it up, we're going to take the second bubble, we're going to raise it up, and we're going to take the third bubble, and we're going to raise it up as well. Now this one, we call the tabletop pattern. The reason being is that we don't want to blow through that entire living room. While there's not a ton to see there, it's still really pretty. People want to see it. We just need to move them through there faster so that they can start seeing the kitchen, so they can start seeing things that they can talk about, things that they can engage with, instead of just looking at the living room. So we don't want it too fast, but we don't want it too slow. So let's see how that looks. Not bad. One thing I want to tell you guys, and I didn't go over this, is that if any time you do something in InShot that didn't work or that you didn't like, right here on the bottom left, you see this little back button? See this, you guys? Just click on that, and it's an undo button. So you never can make a mistake in InShot. You just click your undo button, it reverts right back to what it was, and then you can continue on editing. You will use the revert button all the time because this is trial and error. This is creating art in its own way. It's creative, and being creative, you have to trial and error and practice things.
How many levels of undo are there?
Until you go back to 0. So earlier, so actually it's a great question, but earlier when I had the fully edited version up and I deleted it all, one thing I could have done is click back about 30 times and I would have had the complete unedited version. So you really can fix anything, anywhere on this video by using the back button or the reverse button. So I just clicked the reverse button there, and you can see now what it looked like before. Not bad, but it's just slow. It's going to take a lot of time. You also have to remember we're trying to do a 30-second, 45-second video of an entire home, or at least enough of the home to get people engaged, get people watching that want to follow us and learn more. So we have to speed these videos up a little bit just so that it fits within the time frame. So we're going to actually click the forward button. So while there is a back button, there's also a forward button right next to it, and that forward button is going to redo the action, the speed ramp that we just did. So let's watch it one more time. Perfect. Okay. So let's follow through this a little bit more, you guys. I'm going to go break this thing down. It's going to take a few minutes. So right here, let's watch to our next section. So what did I tell you guys about doors? They're portals, right? They're portals to another dimension, as I like to call them. So with this door here, let's stick our head out of it, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to click on the split button, okay? We're going to select this piece of the timeline, okay, just like we did before, and we're going to click on the speed section. Curve again. We're going to drag these speed balls up a little bit, and we're going to do the tabletop pattern again here because, like I said before, we want people to still be able to see stuff. We don't just want to blow through the house where they can't see anything, they can't enjoy it, but we need to get them to a point where they can create some type of emotion. They can say, oh my God, I love this, or oh my God, that pool's not for me, or whatever it may be. We need to put them there to make them feel that way. That was too fast in my opinion. We ran through it. So what I would do here is just simply slow it down a little bit. And you just drag these down a little bit. Following along, everyone? Awesome. I think that's a little bit better. Now, let's talk about this next section. I picked this home specifically because editing it was a little bit unique because it had this gorgeous fireplace mantle here. Can you see it there? Beautiful. But that's not enough to really look at. So we're still going to use the door, and we're going to come through this room here. We're going to do the exact same thing, you guys, and it's a little bit repetitive. I'm sorry that it's not more exciting. I'm sorry there's not a bigger secret, but this is how you can quickly, efficiently create content that can generate millions of views, all using speed ramps. So let's look at this. We're going to click on the speed button again, click on curve again. What we're going to do this time, though, is we're actually going to have a speed up and a slow down all with these speed balls, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So again, moving the timeline around, right here. So moving the timeline around here, we definitely want to speed up this section. Nothing to look at, right? So let's move that ball up. We're coming down, we're coming down. Now right here is really pretty. We want to make sure that we see this thing. We don't just scan by it and you never see it again. So if you guys look and you see right here, you guys see on my cursor the little red circle? That button says add. That is an add speed ball. So you can click that and get a whole nother one. And what you can do here is drag that one down to regular speed, right? Say that's one time normal speed like it was. And then we're going to go over to we're going to go a little bit further in the video. But we're right here, back to normal speed. And then right here, not looking at anything again, what are we going to do? We're going to click on that plus button, add another ball, allows us to start speeding up. Now see here, we have this kind of weird sharp drop off. That's going to look terrible. It's going to go fast and slow. Click that little speed ball, drag it out so that it's nice and smooth. So do you guys see what I did here? All I did was made a tabletop, and then I added a speed ball to make it slow back down to normal. Does everyone get that?
Did you slice it first?
I did. So we spliced it at the beginning to make 3 sections.
Right.
Every time that you do a speed ramp, you want to be splicing it because...
Fireplace. Did you splice it at the fireplace?
I didn't, and that's something I'm showing you guys is you don't have to splice it when you are using speed ramps in this way, because let's see how it turns out. I'm going to show you this. Great question. So when we speed ramp, it went past it, but it slowed down a little bit. But in my opinion, a little bit too fast. So we're going to click on that, the timeline that isn't split. So as you can see here, guys, the timeline that we're working on goes from here all the way to that door, this whole section here. Click on the speed. This is right back to our curve. We were just editing this, but it's too fast. It didn't slow down soon enough that we could actually enjoy that mantle. So let's take this third bubble that we're working on here. See this one? We're going to drag this down to half speed. Then we're going to click on the check mark here. Now let's watch it. Better, right? Now I didn't have to splice that because I was doing the speed balls up and down rather than splicing and making either a camelback or a tabletop. You can always do that. The challenges and the reason that I don't always do that is those little speed balls can get really complicated after you got 18 or 20 of them. So it's always typically easier to splice your video and work in sections where you're only dealing with 3 or 4 of the speed balls that you can easily manage. You can make as many splices as you want, makes it as easy as you want, versus if we were trying to, let's say, speed up the rest of this video without any splices, we would have, you know, dozens and dozens of speed balls because you got to go through the rest of this home, versus when we're doing it just on the timeline here, you can see that this one's even longer, but there's only 5 of speed points. Is everybody following along? Does anybody have any questions at this point?
So if you splice like 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
how do you
How do you keep them track of them?
how do you get them all together to the flow at the end?
The flow, I got you. So if you're splicing up the video into multiple parts, so like this one right now we have, I think, 5 parts. You can click on the bottom timeline and just press and hold your finger, and it shows you all of the clips in a condensed view. So you can see that there. They're in a condensed view. The first one here, this is the walk-up video.
So it condenses it for you.
It condenses it so that you can easily find where you are in your splice film. Because remember, we pulled out a whole sheet of film on a film reel, right? And then we cut it. Well, now we got a whole bunch of film that's just laying around. Well, we need to keep it organized so we know this is the first film, this is the second piece of film, this is the third piece of film. And by pressing and holding your finger on the bottom timeline, it allows you to see exactly where each piece of film or each piece of film is in the timeline. Does that make sense?
Pieces it together for you.
It does, absolutely. It pieces it together for you, 100%. Right. You never actually delete a section of the film here, you guys. All we're doing is splicing it and speeding it up. We don't actually cut or delete, which is why when we review the video back to front, it doesn't skip at all. It looks just like if we were walking through it. It just looks like we're doing it at 5 times, 7 times, or 8 times faster. This is looking great. I love this. We could get 1 million views on this.
If you were to use like scissors, cut, then would it be more versatile?
So the scissors next to us is pre-cut. Pre-cut is an option on InShot that allows you to go in and pre-splice your video rather than using the splice feature one by one by one. If you are, say, using a template or you're doing the exact same filming over and over and over, you can create a pre-cut, and that allows you to cut it in the beginning at the first, right? Now, one thing I will say about using pre-cut, I don't recommend it. Here's why. As we're editing this piece of content here, I start from the very front. As you guys can all see, I started from the front of the home, and I build to the end. I work step by step by step. What I've found is that when you pre-cut the videos or you try to splice your videos, the synchronization of how everything flows doesn't work out because we actually have to splice a little bit based on how the video is going, right? So for example, if we were to splice this intro video right here in the beginning rather than where we spliced it, and then later on we said, oh, that doesn't look very good, it isn't easy to able to just quickly click that back button once and fix our problem because we pre-cut it, meaning that we already knew where all of our splices want to be. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay, so now we're here. We're going into the primary bedroom. Obviously, it's a big selling point. Typically, in all of my videos, I do 3 main features: the kitchen, the primary bedroom, primary bathroom, and the pool. I have found that the reality is most people do not need to see the second, third bathroom, or the second and third bathroom, or the second and third bedroom. It does not matter. We're trying to create 30 to 40-second clips. If they want a whole video home tour, tell them to call you. That's something that you need to be engaging with them in the comments. Call me if you want a tour. They'll reach out to you and they'll say, hey, we love that home you just did. We're coming in town. Like I had 3 sales on Friday, last Friday, from TikTok. People that called me and said, we're going to be there in 2 days. Okay, well, I'll sell you a house. And they all bought homes because they were ready to go. They wanted to work with you when they got in town. Okay, let's keep getting through this so that we can see the fully finished product. So you can see we raced into that room there. This is beautiful. This is the primary bedroom, has that beautiful water view, has the pool, and we can see everything here. We've seen the room. All right, time to get into the next room. So we're going to click the split button again, right here, split. So the only portion of this video that's going normal speed, you guys, let's see how much long it is. I think it's 1.1 seconds. It's right in the middle there. So we have speed ramp to slow down for 1 second to right here. Now again, let's do what I said earlier. We are going to go to where we want to put the person. We want to get them to that next piece. This home has a gorgeous bathroom. It has a great bathroom tub. It has a great backsplash on it. So let's put them onto this beautiful tub. You see how I did that, you guys? I just slid it over there, and we want to end right there. I want all of their attention, all of their focus on that thing. So let's go back to this clip that we were just split. Everyone following me here? Cool. We're going to click on speed again. We're going to click on curve. And guess what? We're going to do a camelback because there's absolutely nothing to see in a little itty bitty hallway. Now, this looks a little different than the last camelback, doesn't it? It looks like the tail is a little bit lower. Well, that's because I want them to stare at this beautiful mantle a little bit longer. Just like we did with the fireplace mantle where we sped it up, we are slowing down this specific section. And I'm going to show you the differences that if we sped this all the way up to here, watch how you see this. Actually look pretty good. So I wouldn't mind that, but still, we're going to go back to this. We're going to revert. We're going to use our back button right here on the corner. Click back. This is what it looks like first. Really slow. Let's pause that. Oop, that's the volume button. We're going to click on speed again, you guys. Click on speed. We have this selected. Click on speed. Click on curve. Oop, I'm so sorry. We didn't click on the right timeline. So the reason that didn't work is because I reverted back and I didn't have it edited. So I have the, okay, I just want to make sure. Got the split. We're good. Let's go to the speed ramps and get the speed ball. So
You mean you didn't click the check?
yeah, you're right. I didn't click the check. Exactly. So I didn't save it. So now here, we're going to do the exact same thing. We just did this. We're doing it again because I wasn't happy with the results. That's the only reason we're doing it again, you guys. So we're going to do a camelback, and we're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to bring this down to like right here. And this is creative. You can mess around with these different speed balls. It doesn't have to be the same exact way every single time. I want you to figure out what works, what looks the best on each one of your videos, and that's going to allow you to be able to create engaging content. So let's watch that one more time, a little bit slower. You see now that as soon as you get turned around and you're looking at that beautiful bathroom tub, it really slows down and allows you to breathe it in, evokes emotion. I will tell you that I guarantee when we post this video, I will get 10, 15, 20 comments about that tub. That's just the way it goes. You have to be able to cut, you have to make a visual story in just a few seconds, and you can do that by showing things like that tub. Now this is another great section. This is what you're going to look at every single day when you wake up in this home. This is what people want to see. This is valuable to a buyer that possibly is going to be buying this home. So let's split it here. We just happened to stop right on this one spot here. We're going to split it here. We're going to pop that up. We're going to speed ramp this exact same thing. Now, you guys, this is the secret stuff to social media, is these speed ramps. No one else knows how to do this. You are here in this event. I'm teaching you this. The rest of the world, millions of realtors, need to know how to do this so that they can make more creative content that's engaging. So with this, let's see. Let's play this actually first so I can watch what it looks like. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad either. So that's a little bit slow. It's a great example of what I look like when I do these, you guys. I have my gimbal out, making smooth films. That's great. Simple as that, you guys. It's one little piece of tool that you walk around home to make stuff that looks the way these do that can help you generate leads and get millions of views. So this section here is kind of unique because we're actually turning around. And we can't do it too fast, so we're just going to blow by the kitchen table. It's not going to look very, or the kitchen, his and her sinks. It won't look very good. So we're going to do a little bit slower. All right, we're going to do a little bit slower until we run out of stuff to look at, which I would say, as beautiful as I am, that's about it. So let's split it there, and we're going to do the exact same thing we were doing earlier. We're going to get the people looking at their future pool, at the view they're going to get from their bedrooms. Absolutely.
Could you show us, like, maybe that's a good spot on how to delete something out of a video?
100%. Let's do that one more time. That's okay, that's great. If you did it by accident, or if you ever do anything by accident, you guys, while working in this tool, you just click that little revert tool or that little revert button here on the back, bottom left, and that'll allow you to fix any errors that you make, so it's really easy.
So like
now,
if I was doing it, I wouldn't want me in the video, so I'd want to know.
perfect. Well, let's actually look at this. So if you didn't want to be in the video, like remember I was saying that in the beginning, I was very self-conscious. I didn't want to be in videos. I didn't want to put my face out there. I was like, hey, I look like I'm 12, as Mitch says. And I didn't want to put my face out there. I will tell you that after you do this a little bit, people want to see your face. They want you to be authentic. They want to learn the real you, because that's when they're going to pick up the phone. They're going to go, hey, Cam, we've seen you on social media. We love you, buddy. We want you to be our realtor. And you go, who are you? Great, I love it. I'm ready to help you. I'm so excited. Let's do it. And that is the secret, is that you are your authentic self. But for example, let's use this clip here as an example. Maybe we didn't want to show ourselves. We were self-conscious. We didn't want this little clip here, right? So let's do this. We're going to hit this little sink area, like right there. Okay? Not in the film, right? So see the split button again, you guys? We're going to click split. This piece of film, the little timeline that we just cut open, this is the section we're going to work in. This little section here. Okay? Simply delete. Now, like you were saying, you can delete it out. Now I'm still here, right? At the end, you can still see me. But because there's going to be a chopping block, it's going to skip. See how it skipped there? That does not look very good. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to just have stuff that skips. That doesn't make sense. So what we can do here, you see on the bottom right here in between these two clips, right here on the timeline, there's these little white dots. Do you see those, everyone? Yeah. Cool. These are your transitions. So because up until now, we have not cut and spliced and made any kind of harsh cuts like what you see here, we haven't needed to use transitions. Typically on most of my videos, I don't use transitions at all. All I use are speed ramps because I want people to walk and I want the whole video to flow as best as I can. So I use speed ramps, I speed it up, I slow down, and that's how I transition between rooms. Now, if we do need to use a transition, we click on that little white box. Again, you see my little icon, these little white boxes here? We're going to click on one of them, which in this case is going to be this one. See, this is where the video splits. We're going to click on it, and this is going to open up all the built-in transitions for InShot. These are all built in. They're usable. They're something that allows you to cut two pieces of film and put them together seamlessly in its own transition. So we're going to select, because we are panning around, I want you guys, when you get back home, to click through all of these. You're going to find out what all these transitions do. You're going to use one or two of them throughout your time using them. But we're going to use the one that's down here. It's a slide. It's right here. All right, so then we're going to press that check mark. Did everyone see that? I want to make sure that everyone's seen the check mark. So right here, always, there's the check mark. Click. Now, when we watch that, while it isn't perfectly smooth because there's still a transition slide, it doesn't look harsh, and you're not doing that big skip, and people's eyes are going to go, what was that? And then they'll click off because it doesn't look professional. So let's watch it again. Not bad. And that, I mean, good enough, right? If I wasn't comfortable, I didn't want to put myself, or maybe I was just coming back from a personal thing and I wasn't dressed up and I didn't want to be in a t-shirt and shorts, you can easily cut yourself out just like that. Does that make sense? Of course, of course.
Ask people to comment the timestamp where they found you.
So that's funny that you say that, because all the time, almost every single day, someone will message me or they'll call me and be like, hey, I seen one of your videos, and they always play it off because everyone has this TikTok. I seen one of your videos on TikTok. Yeah, no kidding. I have hundreds of people that call me. Oh, that's so great. And you can see all of that angst and all that anxiety and all that fear that they're calling someone on TikTok. It just melts away. But I get it almost every single day where someone goes, I seen your video on, I don't want to say the word. And then they say it and you go, yeah, that's awesome. And they go, oh, okay, good. It's normal. Whew. But absolutely. So yeah, let's finish up this video, guys. We're almost done with this one. So watching it here from the kitchen, that's pretty nice. I like that. Now, this section here, there's lots of options. We can just leave it like this. Look, looks pretty good. A little slower, but it's not bad looking. Yeah, I could leave it like that, but we're going to make it a little bit better. So I like up to here. Again, this is my personal taste, and we're building content for your personal taste. So if you don't like this, you can change it to how you like it. But for me, I like how this feels here. It comes around, it slides around, and I love the angulation, the height of these ceilings, how this looks. It gives people stuff to look at. It gives stuff people engaged. They want to say, I love this entryway, I hate this entryway, it needs this chandelier, whatever it may be, you want them to talk about that. And then here, we have the kitchen. They're going to be looking at the kitchen. Here, we got that cool fan that looks like an airplane propeller. And then right here, we have nothing. We're just, again, we're staring off into the abyss. Let's do the exact same thing, you guys. We're going to split, go through our door, go through our portal, as I call it. We're going to select that piece of timeline. We're going to click on speed. We're going to click on curve. Exact same thing, you guys. I'm so glad we've all got it and we're all professional experts at it now. All right, so that was a camelback. Let's see how that looks. I think that's pretty good. I could definitely post that, use that, and I know that no one is going to lose interest because we walk through the living room at, slow speed. Exactly. You can make it almost look like a professional videographer did it in 5, 10, 15 minutes, and you can do it in the front of your showings, you can do it before your open houses, and you post this on a social media, and people will think that you have a full-time professional doing your social media work for you. I'm going to watch this back, just the entire video, so we can see it from front to back. Pretty cool. Not bad. Would you guys all watch that? Yeah. Honestly, I mean, you probably would at least give me 7, 10, 15 seconds to see this pretty house. And if you would, I guarantee you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of other people will. That's the whole thing. We have to create content that you would watch, that our kids would watch, that our parents would watch, that our friends and family would watch. And that is because that is how we're going to create engagement. So I'm actually going to post this on TikTok right now live with you guys, and I want to show you exactly how I post on TikTok as well. So we're going to do that as well. One thing I want to mention that I forgot to mention before we got back from break is we have a very exciting happy hour going on right after the event over in the hotel bar. So please come on over, you guys. We want to spend some time, answer all your questions, talk with you, and it's right across the way there. So we have an event going on there. What does this say? Oh, how do we like InShot, guys? Great. It's great, they said. So we're going to open up our thing here. We're going to open up TikTok. Excuse me.
Does it have to be like this, or does it have to be like that when you're videoing?
Great question. So on all social media, when we're doing short form content, that means TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, anything that's under a minute, it needs to be videoed vertical, up and down. Okay? Now, if we're going to do long form content, which I recommend you do as well, we're not talking about that as much today. But if you're going to be doing long-form content on YouTube and Facebook specifically, it needs to be filmed horizontally. For today and for everything that we're doing, we're going to be posting on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. All of that is done vertically, and that's very important. If your videos are horizontal, people will not watch them because you're going to pop up. It's going to be a little itty bitty tiny video and a bunch of big black boxes. It just does not look professional like people want to see it, right? So this is obviously my TikTok here. We're going to post this, and again, we use right here center button just like we did earlier. Everyone's already done this with me? Okay, we don't want to post that. So, so now that we're here and we have created content in InShot, right? Rather than what we did earlier, this is looking at the ceiling just so you guys know. Here, let's look at me. Oh, we just disconnected us. That was bad. Shouldn't have done that. There we go. All right, so anyways, looking at the ceiling. But what we need to do is because we created the content in InShot. We're not creating all of it. We're not recording the content in TikTok. We recorded it outside. We edited it. Now it's in our photo reel. We click this button here on the bottom right. This says upload. You click this, and it's going to be the very top right here. This is the video we just uploaded. All right, this is it. Looks good. Everyone makes sense. So when you want to upload a video that you're not recording at the time, you go to the bottom right, you click upload, and that allows you to select the video you want. Then you go to the bottom right here again, you click next. This is the edit feature. So it's letting you guys know you can edit your content here. That's great. I'm not going to do that. The next two things that are so important with this, and this is why I'm doing it with you, is that the content and the algorithm uses obviously hashtags, it uses music, and it uses description. So I'm going to show you guys how to put in captivating all three of those. The first one is music. We're going to actually do that last because it's going to play music then. But the first thing I do is I'm going to add text. I'm going to do this here on the iPad. Let's say, so one of the things I always like doing is saying Florida, letting people know when it pops up it's in Florida. It also is a great engaging question because if you say this home's in Florida, what is the next question everyone asks? Where? Well, let me tell you. So they ask where in the comments. That gets your video out to another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people by one comment. One comment is worth about 1,000 views. So if you can get 4, 5, 6 people asking you stuff like, where's this home? Or what part of Cape Coral is this in? Or this home is actually in Cape Coral. You're getting your video out to thousands of people like that. So let's do a quick thing here. We're going to show you Florida. Oop, can't spell. Now, Florida's a great catch, right? Florida, they're going to ask where. Now let's say next thing. This home's about 15, maybe 20 minutes to the beach. Everyone that wants to move to Florida, where do they want to go? The beach. All right, let's do close to beaches. Now what's the question they're going to ask? How far is the closest beach? So now you got two people with one. Where in Florida is it? How far is the closest beach? Just enough, right? Exactly. Now next thing is we want to let everyone know that this home is for sale because we're not just touring our own pretty home because we're bragging. This home's for sale. And then lastly, one of the things that I like doing, and this is something that you guys are going to play around with and I want you to play around with, sometimes I add the price, sometimes I don't add the price. If you do add the price, obviously everyone's going to give you their opinion. It's priced too high, it's priced too low, it's priced perfectly, we love it, it's cheap, it's whatever. If you don't put the price, what does everyone do?
How much is it?
There you go. So this one we're actually going to put the price. This one's listed at, I don't remember because we just sold it, it was 8. So with that said, we have 3 call to actions here. Believe it or not, we have where is this home in Florida? How close is it to the beach? In this case, it's going to be, it's too much, it's too little, I love it, or the comment we get all the time is, that home in my area would be $2.8 million, because everyone wants to brag about their area. That's great, cool. In our area, you should sell that, move it here, and you can make a lot of equity. Now, the next thing I really love to do with these is add emojis. Emojis stand out, they catch people's attention, and again, we're not going to have this text up on the screen the entire time. I'm going to show you how to get rid of it in a second. But I love adding emojis that catch people's attention. Something pops up, they see it, and it's a little bit different, you guys. If you see Florida close to beaches for sale, that's kind of boring. Just, it's not exciting, it's not engaging. So let's click through and add some emojis. What does everybody love in Florida? Palm trees. You got it. Love the hurricane. So the hurricane obviously is a huge talking point in my area. We got directly hit by Ian. Yeah. People talk so much stuff about our hurricane, how it just destroyed our area, and that's great engagement. You can educate people that, yeah, it was a terrible hurricane. It was scary. I thought I was going to die. My roof came off. Terrifying. But we still made it. We're still here. The homes held up great. Our area is a great, strong area, and it's Southwest Florida strong. A great engaging point is, hey, it was tough. We made it. You know, leave us alone. So the next one here on this second line, I'm going to add emojis on all of these, you guys. The more is the better. So in this one, we're going to do a check mark. I love these green check marks. They just pop. And then for this last line, we're going to do we're just picking random stuff here, you guys. And you can pick whatever you want. We're going to do the star eyes, because that's always a cool one. So now, once you're done editing here and you've done your emojis, on the top right, you see done. Click that. And now you have text in the middle of your screen. Well, that looks terrible. So we're going to click on that text. So you just click on it. We're going to drag it up to the center here. Oh, great. I'm glad it restarted. Perfect. No, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted. So we clicked it up, we dragged it here, and then we're going to click and hold on this text section. Can everyone see that? How it popped up that little box? Yeah. You have 3 options. Once you click on that, you have text-to-speech, set duration, and edit. We're not doing text-to-speech because that will obviously say whatever's on our text, which you can do. A great thing to try text-to-speech. See how it works. Maybe you don't want to do a voiceover. Let the computer do a voiceover for you and see how it works. But we're not trying to do that today. We are trying to set the duration. So that's the second button. And I'm gonna use a clicker here so you can see. So the clicker here, you click, and then the second one is set duration. Click that. And it opens up what we were just seeing there in InShot, as you guys are seeing this timeline, right? Just like before, we're in a completely different app, but the timelines are very similar. The great news is that the stuff that you're learning today, you're going to use on all these different social media platforms. They're all very similar, just slightly different. So what this is doing is setting the duration for that text that we just put on the top of the screen. We want that to just pop up for a second, catch their attention, and then disappear. I typically like to keep the text up until the front door. It's a great place. You have that big, beautiful sky. Let's do that. So we're going to make it, we're going to click this, see the red slider on the right side, guys? That is your duration of your text, and we're going to pull it about right. Let's do it right there, just so it's staying in the sky. There. Oh, okay, good enough. That's exactly 2 seconds. You want your text to pop up for at least 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. You'll find that if it pops up for shorter than that, it's too much, it's too fast, people don't read it. So 1.5, 2 seconds or more is great. And then again, we're going to click the little check mark on the bottom right here. Everybody see that? Bottom right? All right. So now it's gone. All right, so that's cool. Now you're going to say, well, I don't want to wait for the whole video to get it back because now I have to sit here and wait. So what you do is you click on the top right on this edit button, click, and you just click on cancel and it restarts your video. And we're going to click on this one more time. It's going to keep it up. And this last time we're going to click on, see, it disappeared on me. So we click on edit, cancel. And we're going to click on it this time. This last time we're going to click on the edit feature on the very bottom. Oop, disappeared on me. Sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second, you guys. Just so you know, I typically don't edit these on an iPad. So while the app is identical, we're actually missing something. Give me 1 second. Figure out why we're missing it. That's okay. So what I was looking for, you guys, and on your phones you'll see, love that song. So as what I was looking for here, you guys, is in edit on your phones, you should actually be seeing the ability to change the background color. You can change it to colors, you can change the text colors, you can do all that. I'm not sure why the app isn't allowing me to do that, bless TikTok. But what it allows you to do is put a background on this to really make it pop even more. And it allows you to have your words really stand out on the screen. I like to use red. I use a red background with white letters. It pops, it looks really good. And with your green check marks, your green palm trees, and the emojis, it really, really stands out. And people, when it first pops up on their screen, they read it, they look at it, and next thing you know, there's this gorgeous house in their face. They're 5, 7, 10 seconds in, now they're 15, 20 seconds in. Before you know it, they've watched the entire video and they haven't even realized it, and now they want to tell you how they feel because you're the only video they've watched the complete video the entire time.
You said red background.
I like red background, yes.
White lettering?
Absolutely. I like the red background. Very strange that I can't get this to... I don't know how to minimize the keyboard. Sorry, you guys. No big deal. Okay. So with that said, with the text feature, if you can put text on screen, then I want you guys to start customizing it. A lot of this, again, like I said, is creativity. I want you guys to click buttons and things. Once you have it up on the screen, you have the text on the screen, you can change the text fonts, you can change the text styles, you can change the text colors, all things that you can do, and it all depends on your video. So maybe you're doing an inside video and it's your face, and a red background just won't look good. That's okay. You can do it white, you can do it gray, you can do it other colors. Be creative and make sure that it has something that people are connected with immediately. Florida, the things like beaches, the things that really stand out that people want to hear about, they want to talk about, they want to see, those are what you need to put in front of people. That's what's going to keep people engaged. So we click on that next button on the bottom right. I'm going to show you just because I went a little faster. Right here on the bottom right now, we've done our editing. I almost forgot the music, you guys. So with the music, we're going to turn this down so it's not super loud. But you have all types of music here that you can add to your content. I see someone's found some. It's okay. So see this button here on the top right, the little hourglass? Yeah. Click on that, and it's going to pull up this screen that actually gives you all the info. So these are all your trending sounds. This is everything that you need to use so that music is part of your reels and part of your content so that stuff can start going viral and it get into the algorithm with the music. This is very, very important. This is why we create personal accounts instead of business accounts. If you had a business account in this situation, all of these would be copyright-free soundtracks that honestly not very many people want to listen to. When we use a personal account at first, and we build our following at that until we can actually use an influencer account. Influencer accounts are personal accounts that have more followers. That's it. But once you can do that, you can use these. We're going to use this Love You So song. It's one of the most famous songs on TikTok. Okay, that's enough. We're going to click on the next button here so that stops playing. Now, I'm sure all of you have seen this screen today if you've posted a TikTok. This is our post screen. This is where you're going to type your description at the top. This is where we're going to add your hashtags. This is where we're going to add your geolocations. You're going to do all of the pre-posting stuff on this screen. So we're going to do the same thing as I showed you guys earlier, is we're going to add a few emojis. I love emojis. They keep people's attention. Let's type in lovely home. Sorry, you guys, trying to type on the iPad is a challenge. And then we're going to do hashtag. So I'm adding the area here. This home is located in Cape Coral, and I'll show you exactly why I do that here in a second. If I could ever get this to type. There we go. Now, like I said, you guys, you're going to add quite a few hashtags. I recommend up to 10. The reason I recommend up to 10 hashtags is every single one of your hashtags is going to index your video. It's going to put it into the algorithm. It's going to make it so that it's searchable for folks that are looking for content like yours. For example, I just posted up here hashtag Cape Coral. You might not be able to read that, but it's hashtag Cape Coral. So anyone that looks up Cape Coral on Instagram has the chance for my video to pop up on their feed. Okay? Now the next thing is on the locations here. So halfway down this page here, you have locations. We're going to click on that. And again, type in Cape Coral. And again, this is all because in the algorithm, now this video is going to be sent out to people first that are typically around the Cape Coral area. So we can actually target our audience in a small scope, because this is a worldwide app, but we can actually geo-target our area in a specific way by using the locations tab here, and you just click that button, type in wherever you are, and press enter. Now, with that said, you can do everything like adding communities. Like if you have one of our recent listings was in a community called Villa Medici, type in Villa Medici here and it will pop up Villa Medici. It allows everyone that sees your home to know exactly where it is almost instantly. Now with that said, you'll still get comments that are, where is this home? And that's okay. Those are great. That helps your engagement. That helps you get out to more and more people. It's very important that you still get those comments. But by adding the location here, it allows people to instantly know where your video is. And I'm going to show you where that pops up here once we post this video. Okay, so let's post. Oh, who is that handsome fella? It's going to take just a second here on the top right, you guys. You see it uploading. And there we go. The video has been posted. We're going to go to our profile on the bottom right to see all of our videos. And our newest video is right here. I'm going to pause it, guys, so we don't have to listen to that sound. What I want to show you here is that we have our emojis here. You see them here? We have our hashtags, and we have our location. This tells all of your viewers that come across your page where it is, what it's about, and what they need to know about it. And it's very, very important to do, to have all three of those. Okay. Does anybody have any specific questions about editing?
One of your videos, I saw you did not use music, and you laid over your own voice talking through. How did you do that?
Absolutely. Let me show you.
Can you repeat the question, please?
One more time with the question.
The question was, on one of the videos I saw he laid his voice over the video instead of using music.
I did a voiceover. So let's see how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's really important if you want to do voiceovers. We're actually going to jump back into InShot. This is the video, the screen we were just at. Do you guys remember this screen? Yeah. Cool. To do a voiceover, you're going to go to the music section. See this section right here? Everyone see that? Click on music. And then you have three options. You have music, you have music here, you have effects, and you have record. So you're going to click on record. Oh, this needs access to our microphone. We're going to press OK. Hey, check out this amazing Florida Gulf Access home. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. We just listed it at $849. Close to beaches. Stunning bathrooms. I love the tall ceilings. Look at that view from your bedroom every morning. And walking out to this kitchen. Look at that. What a paradise. All right. So now, hey, check out this amazing Florida Gulf Access home. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. We just listed it at $849. Close to beaches. So just like that, you can add your voice on top of a video. It's that simple, and you can do that all within InShot, which is why InShot is so important. Now, with that said, everything that you say in this video, so Gulf Access, 3 bedroom home, every single word is going to be indexed in the social media apps, and it's going to be used to help other people find your content. So if you say Gulf Access, if you say homes, if you say properties, you say real estate, all of those words go into the algorithm and it's searchable. Now what I wanted to show there before we got off track and too far is if you go onto TikTok here, and why that's important is if you type in, this is risky, we typically are going to be within, we're going to be on one of the top videos almost every single time for our areas. So Cape Coral, Fort Myers, you will find my videos and our team's videos indexed on Cape Coral, Naples, Fort Myers, Marco Island, all the different areas that we hashtag because we are doing like, sorry about that. We are doing the hashtags, we're doing the descriptions, we're putting in the closed captions. Everything that we talked about earlier for discoverability, we do that in every single one of our videos, which allows people to find us, even if they're not specifically looking for real estate. If they're looking for Cape Coral, Florida, or they're looking for Fort Myers, Naples, whatever it may be, our videos pop up. And like I said, you get them watching your videos, following you, and believe it or not, almost everybody knows someone that's looking to live or move into the area that they're interested in. So if you can connect with enough people, get enough people following and watching you, you will start generating leads in business. Let me jump back into our presentation. We got a few more slides here, and then we'll be going over to the happy hour. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so we've already talked about the main number one goal. That's lead generation, right? Yes, Pat? I did not. Closed captions in the editing area. So when we were in that section where you could add text, where you could add music, all of that, there's one button that says closed captions. You literally click it, and it automatically adds them for you. Very easy. And that's in the editing section. Would you guys like me to show that to you? No? Everyone thinks they can find it? I think you guys can find it. It's in that editing section where you can add text, where you can add music, all of that. You click on the closed caption button, and that's going to add the closed captions in your video. I'll show you. Why not? That's what we're here for. No, heck, why not?
Waiting for the car wash at 1:48 on a Monday afternoon.
I want to show you guys this. This is something that's really important. See this person here? She's self-conscious about making this video. Guaranteed. This person doesn't wake up in the morning and go, I'm super confident to make this video. They feel just like you did, or you do, making a selfie video just like this, but she's putting herself out there and she will generate business from this video. But to post, let's go and show you exactly how to post with closed captions real quick. So we're going to do the same thing. We press the plus button on the bottom. We go to our upload, go to our video. Oop, that's going to be loud for a second. And then right here, you guys, and I can't show it to you, on the top right, let me get my mouse cursor, right here. Mouse is upside down. Right here, there's a button that says captions. Technology. Okay, anyways, looking on your left, you have 5 buttons. It's the second one from the bottom. It says captions. Yep. You click on that button, it's going to automatically put in all the words that it can find in your video, and it's going to transcribe them and make them captions. I think what happened, you guys, is that the again, TikTok it's not made for the iPad. Okay. So our 4 goals that we go through on every one of our posts, we've talked about lead generation, which is the foundation. It's the most important part. Every single one of our posts, we're trying to generate leads. We're trying to generate business. On top of that, we're becoming the market expert. By posting this, people will perceive you, as I said earlier, as the market expert because you are consistently posting valuable information to them. They want to work with you before they even reach out and talk to you. And then social validation is the third pillar of why we do this. Social validation, most of my listing presentations that I go on today go very shortly. We walk in, they already want to work with me because I've already shown them all my social media. They know that I can generate them more views than Zillow and Realtor.com combined and the MLS combined. Being able to have something that no other real estate agent is doing or able to do is a huge, unique selling proposition, especially when it's talking about marketing their home. So when you can tell us, potential seller, we have the systems in place that we can get your home marketed in front of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people in a day, it makes our listing presentations go by much faster, and it makes us the choice of most sellers because we are actually able to market. And we can show them analytics and statistics that our marketing is actually working. I saw you had a question? Cool. No, that's cool. We have a Q&A at the end too. So if you have any questions, write them down and I'll go over it at the end. And then the last one here, and the last pillar of every post that we do, it's referrals and recruiting for our team. So one thing you got to remember is that with TikTok, with Instagram, with YouTube, and all of these different social media apps, you are going to be reaching the entire world, literally. You will have clients call you that you didn't even know what country they're from, where that country is, and they want to work with you and buy homes in your area. With that said, they need to sell homes too. It gives you leads, and it gives you the ability to reach out to other agents in other areas, like I have, and say, hey, I got a referral for you. Are you possibly considered joining a team? What do you think about that idea? I'll give you this referral if you want to, possibly team up, partner up, and we can work together. It's a great tool to offer people that are wanting to possibly join a team using your referrals as a way to do that. So as the market expert, I have been lucky enough now that I am the NBC2 News real estate expert in our area. So whenever they have a real estate story, they have real estate questions, they call me up and they say, hey, we need you in 30 minutes. Can you come down and talk to us? Of course, I run down there because I want to be on the news. And that is 100% based because that news reporter seen me on TikTok. She liked the content. It was creative. It was totally different than all the other realtors in our area. And she reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to be the real estate professional for NBC2, our local news station? That is the stuff that you can accomplish with the market expert, becoming the go-to agent, becoming the expert, is you can have the opportunities for things like your local news. I know that might sound completely far-fetched, but when you can start generating hundreds of thousands or millions of views on your videos and all the news reporters are seeing them, everyone local is seeing them, and you continually pop up in front of them, they want to talk more. They want to learn more about you because you get that celebrity-like effect, and that's the goal. One sec, we're going to do all questions at the very end, okay? So, social validation, like I was telling you guys, my listing presentations or my listing pre-presentations go a lot like this. We can market your home better than anyone else, and I can prove it. That's what they want, right? That's what sellers want. Everyone can list it on the MLS, everyone can do the basics, but when you can get their home in front of millions of people, literally, that is a huge value to the seller. And these days, like I said, I go into my listings and presentations with our iPad, with our analytics and statistics, and I say, not only we're going to do everything that all the top agents are going to do here, we're going to get your home in front of potentially millions of people. Can you see the value in that? They all shake their head. They sign the contract that day because no one else that they've talked to is going to do any type of real marketing that they can show them, that they can see the statistics, that they can see the numbers. It's all, we're going to do the best, we're the best agents, we're going to put it here, we're going to put it there. They can't see that. But when you can pull up numbers, when you can show them these numbers, now we have almost 100,000 active followers, 20 million likes, almost a million likes, 20 million views, almost a million likes. I should know my own statistics, you guys. But to be honest with you, I don't even look at them anymore because they grow, and all I'm doing is those 4 pillars with lead generation, market expert, social validation, and referrals. The numbers don't matter to me. All they are is a tool for social validation so that when you're talking to potential clients, they see you as the go-to expert. And then the referrals and recruiting part. This is the map of all the leads that I generated in 2022, all over the country. Now, one of the things that I have really specialized in, and I want to do, is I want to make my team a nationwide team. I want someone in every single state across the country that is working with me, that we've partnered with, and I'm doing that based mainly with leads and referrals. You have people that are looking for business constantly, and if you reach out to them and you say, hey, I got a referral for you, I'd love to work with you, have you thought about partnering up, let's talk about it, guaranteed they're going to listen to you, they're going to be receptive, and they're going to be open to that. So that is a big part of this, is not just being a hyper-local agent, is that with social media, you can expand your reach, you can expand your team, you can become a nationwide or a worldwide team. Most of my clients that actually have bought homes that are from outside the country have been from Canada. We have a ton of Canadian viewers, and guess why that is? It's cold. When it's cold out, people are inside. They're sitting swiping on their phones. Our videos pop up, it's warm, it's sunny, it's Florida, it's the beach, it's everything they want, and they just can't help but reach out. And then they call you, you get them moving, you get them towards their goals, you help them, and then obviously they become a client and then a closing. One of the most important parts about today's whole boot camp is going to be this slide here. The best posting practices, and we've learned this through trial and error. The best times to post are going to be 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. These are the best times to post to get the most engagement, and we have learned that just through trial and error of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. The bigger part of this slide here is repurpose. Repurpose.io is a amazing system that will take your TikTok video that we just posted like you guys did earlier, and Repurpose actually will post it to Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, And obviously it's already on TikTok. The other thing that it's amazing that it can do is put it into your Google Drive so you can save the video for later. So by using Repurpose, you are able to edit your content in InShot, which should take 15, 20 minutes, post it to TikTok, which takes, as we've seen here, just a few minutes, add some sound, add some text. You click post, and within 5 minutes of that, it will be on all of your different social media profiles all at once with the same hashtags, with the same text, with the same music, and it works fantastic. I'm telling you guys, this will save you over an hour a day if you do decide to start using social media as a lead generation tool. Using Repurpose has changed all of our business. On that QR code. So if you want to find Repurpose, you guys, there's going to be a QR code on the banner, and I'm also having a QR code that's going to be up here as well as on the iPad. That QR code has all the links for everything that we're talking about today. So yeah, you can find it on the QR code. Now, putting it all together. So we now have recorded quality content with our gimbal, right? We've recorded stuff that people are going to watch. We've edited the content with InShot, so we've made it engaging. We've filled all the gaps. We've filled all the holes so that people are going to want to watch. When they want to see what's around the corner, they want to know what's next. We've edited it. We've posted it to TikTok with our hashtags, with our music, and then we're using Repurpose to submit it to all the different platforms, so we don't have to do that. We only post it once. And then after it gets out and people start commenting, we're engaging our audience. This is putting it all together, you guys. This is the end goal, is we want to post, we want it spread out as fast as we can. We want people to start engaging, and then we want to engage them even more. If you do all of that, you will go viral. I guarantee it. One thing about the class today is I have put together a full, comprehensive social media masterclass that goes over everything we went through today in immense detail. A really detailed class. I'm giving it out to everyone that came here for free. So if you came today, it's completely free. You can get it through the QR code just like you did before. You're going to check out just as if you were buying it. It's a $400 course, but at the checkout, you're going to use coupon code LIVE2023, and that will give you 100% off to make it completely free. So scan that code there. If you guys have any trouble with this or we're not able to do it, like I said, we're going to do a QA, and then we're also going to have the happy hour, and I'm happy to talk about it. The other thing I really want to talk about our social media masterclass, which really has changed how coaching has become, because we are value-based. I want you guys to love it. I want you guys to have value in it. And if you use it and you think it's awesome, we have an affiliate program that we have put together that is the best affiliate program in all of coaching, 50%. So if you love this course, you use it, you're getting it for free today. But if you go through it and you love it, share it on Facebook, share it with your friends, share it through social media, and if any of your friends buy it, you guys earn 50% of the $400 course. I have an agent this month that made $800 by sharing it on Facebook. So it's possible, it's really neat, and it's a great course. This breaks down everything that we did today in super detail. You get to watch it back and forth. It shows you guys how to use gimbals, it shows you how to use drones. It really goes in detail, and again, it's completely free for coming to the event today. Thanks to Mitch and the Rockstar team.